Welcome to the Daily Fortune, where we talk about the latest topics about finance and investment. But before that, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when we upload a new video. Now let's get started. In today's video, we'll be exploring the 5.5 best of the best Metaverse stocks as suggested by Mark Tilbury. How will these stocks be in the future, and why should we invest in them? Let's get into it. Virtual reality and the Metaverse have finally arrived, and they are here to stay. Here's what to know about Tilbury's so-called the next big thing for the world. Facebook recently changed its name to Meta, and there are rising tech giants that are dominating and continuing to make their way in creating a virtual world that we never imagined. Yeah, that's for real. A virtual world where you can work, play, and spend your money. But yeah, we'll talk about how to invest our money onto those and earn more. So let's start. Now before we get to the 5.5 best Metaverse stock, let's talk about investing. If in beauty pageants there's a beauty with a purpose, in terms of investing, it should be investing with a vision. According to one of the world's wealthiest investors, yes, that's Warren Buffett, he said that he would never be as rich as the man he is right now if he had never sold stock before. So if you invest in companies that share your vision, you'll naturally have more faith in them and will stick with them through ups and downs. When you think about it, that's exactly what investing is all about. What you've invested is not only for today and also not just for tomorrow, but rather a long-term growth with your money and the company. So all you have to do is make predictions about the future. It would be great if you could do that. Imagine if you could see what's going to happen in 10 or 20 years from now, and you've invested your money in big and well-known companies. You'll definitely hit the jackpot. But of course that's not easy. So in the end, we must try, take the risk, and make an educated guess of what our future will be like, and make long-term investments. The advent of renewable energies and electric vehicles is a great example. More people are now driving gas cars because it's affordable, but the possibility of switching to electric transport is inevitable, especially since the government is now making a move for a more sustainable transportation, while hitting the goal of reducing CO2 emissions. Most of the people now have this vision as well for the future and started to invest in companies like Tesla and Enphase Energy, and they are earning a lot from it. Imagine buying a Tesla for $400 a year ago. You doubled your money in just a year, and that's what the Metaverse might look like in the future. Mark Tilbury believes in the possibilities that Metaverse may bring in the future and the next big thing we have all waited for. That's why it's important to research, understand, and invest as early as possible. If you can do it now, start it now. Some people may become so engaged in the Metaverse that it consumes their entire lives. However, this is only a natural progression from the internet, and it has some fantastic applications, as Tilbury said. People are willing to invest in digital assets, as seen by the rising crypto and NFT markets. As a result, it will only be a matter of time until companies build their own versions of the Metaverse. Now let's explain what the Metaverse is. Metaverse could first open a whole new world of profits and opportunities to companies, causing their stock value to skyrocket and investors to have bigger profits. There could be huge growth potential for several companies. Second, the Metaverse is like the internet version 2.0. It's more useful and engaging. Through virtual reality, you could hang out with your friends even when you're far away from each other, and even sell digital things. VR has accelerated because of the lockdowns. We have shifted from actual meetings or conferences to virtual video meetings and webinars. The Metaverse will attempt to fill the gap between technology and real-world interaction. Perhaps just like in the movie Inception, you won't be able to discern what's real or not. And as there are so many companies competing to develop a metaverse, it's hard to predict who will succeed. Next is that the internet has demonstrated that it is feasible to create a free environment that brings together a large number of companies. And for Tilbury, that's how the actual metaverse works. No one would be content with just turning over their entire digital life to a single company, because the metaverse will help more than one corporation. This opens up more possibilities than we can imagine. This implies you don't have to be lucky and put all of your money into one stock to make a profit. Instead, building a varied portfolio of organizations you met at various events is a much better concept. And here we are. We're now going to break down Mark Tilbury's 5.5 favorite Metaverse stocks. Stock number 1 is Unity Software. Many companies are attempting to build the best metaverse, but only a handful are supplying the tools required. After all, without the appropriate software, none of this would ever be possible. Unity Software is a video game software development firm that is worth a pretty big deal at $51 billion. Unity Software is responsible for the well-known mobile apps and video games such as Pokemon Go. The kind of business model they have is charging the monthly subscription of users to be able to use the software, so the money is just constantly flowing. Unity Software recently acquired Weta Digital's tech division, which is the visual effects studio behind blockbusters like Avatar and Lord of the Rings, in a $1.6 billion deal that could help Unity take on the metaverse. This gives Unity a significant advantage because these world-class tools could allow people to create masterpieces within the metaverse. 3D experiences are the metaverse future, and that's what Weta is a master of. Their stock is currently at all-time highs and they're actually surpassing their earnings target. We may be seeing a significant expansion in the future. The second stock is Snapchat. We're all familiar with Snapchat, right? They've always prioritized innovation. They have amusing filters with very creative and innovative augmented reality technology. Did you know that Snapchat has over 200 million daily active users? More than 50% of those users are people between the ages 15 and 25. This is important since studies have indicated people in this age group are significantly more inclined to try out augmented reality. That means Snapchat is preparing customers for the metaverse from an early age by normalizing virtual and augmented reality. When it comes to the metaverse, some analysts think Snapchat is much ahead of Facebook because they've already developed characters and plotted them on the map for others to view and engage with. If you observe, the best features actually originated from Snapchat, then Instagram just copied it. Snapchat nailed it before anyone else. The younger generations are now addicted to and comfortable with it, and no doubt they will soon begin purchasing skins to customize their avatars. Snapchat can begin selling. The third stock is Matterport. This company may not be familiar to you, but for your information, they specialize in digitalizing the real world. How? Consider how popular this technology would be if you wanted to create a virtual version of your home in the metaverse. Then you can invite all your friends to visit. So all you have to do is lay Matterport camera on the ground, then scan and digitalize the inside of your home. This allows you to walk through the entire house on a computer without actually being there. And of course, this came in handy during the pandemic. And now we're scratching the surface of Matterport's actual potential at the moment. And it appears that the other investors agree since Matterport's stock has soared after Facebook rebranded as Meta. This is most likely since they already have a professional relationship. Matterport announced in July 2021 that it was collaborating with Facebook to create the largest database of 3D spaces. This partnership might pave the way for something far bigger in the metaverse. According to Matterport, there are about 20 billion areas in 4 billion buildings that can be replicated online. This would be a fantastic approach to creating customer-friendly locations in the metaverse. Imagine being able to travel the world, visit some castles or palaces without ever leaving your home. That's really exciting. And so if Matterport charged $1 per month to keep a digital copy of customer space, the company could earn almost $280 billion per year. For the fourth stock, here we have Disney, one of the world's biggest companies. And you might be wondering, how can Disney get any bigger? Well, it's because of its valuable IP. Disney owns the majority of the entertainment we watch, including Star Wars, Marvel Studios, and Pixar Animation Studios. You can definitely see what I'm talking about when you consider Disney World, Disneyland, and their cruise ships. Disney could construct a complete Disneyland metaverse with all of their characters and films. And while we can see the attractiveness of a virtual reality version, there is plenty of potential for augmented reality as well. Imagine being able to bring your favorite Disney characters to life at your child's birthday party. Bouncy castles are a big hit with kids during birthday parties, so why not bring their favorite characters to life in augmented reality? In 2020, Disney generated $65 billion in revenue, and once their metaverse concepts launch, this could dramatically increase. With Disney Plus for at-home viewers, Disneyland for travelers, and of course dominating movie theaters, a metaverse seems like the next big step. The fifth stock is none other than Meta, formerly known as Facebook. We're all users of it, and it has become part of our lives. Meta appears to be leading the way. We can't overlook the fact that Meta is a hugely profitable corporation, with a market price of over $900 billion and a sales forecast of over $85 billion in 2020. So it's safe to assume they can afford to spend money on the initial stage and get it right. Meta has limitless opportunities to profit in the metaverse, and I'm excited to see what they do next. Are you excited too? They also have Oculus VR headsets, which adds to the Metaverse credibility, and they're already developing new AR and VR stylish glasses. Meta isn't wasting any time and in fact has released Horizon Home, Horizon Workrooms, and more. This will enable you to build hangout spots for your friends while also allowing you to work from the metaverse. At the end of the day, they're pouring billions of dollars into developing and marketing their metaverse. In fact, Zuckerberg predicts that the metaverse will be the mobile's and internet successors. And last but not the least, a little bonus stock because you can't invest right now, is stock number 5.5, Epic Games. They've been doing the metaverse for a long time. So they're the inventors of Fortnite, and during the pandemic, kids practically lived on this game. It has also hosted in-game events such as Travis Scott Virtual Concert that drew over 12 million people. This merely highlights how popular such gatherings are and the demand for such events. Epic Games just announced a $1 billion funding for their metaverse project, and I think they're gonna knock it out of the park. Of course, Epic Games isn't available to the general public yet, but they're rumored to be going public soon. The metaverse is the next great thing that will revolutionize everything. It's similar to when the internet was invented or when the iPhone was introduced. Please be reminded that you should do your own research before you invest in any stocks that I've highlighted in today's video. You must truly believe in them in order to hold on to them long term, even in the face of adversity. So that's it for today. I hope you learned something from today's video, and to get updated with the next videos, don't forget to hit the notification bell. See you next time.